Welcome back, guys, to Trails to Azure, where with Risha now added to the party, we have returned up onto Merkaba number 9, isn't it? I'm pretty sure Wazi's number is. As we, of course, continue around Crossbell to reunite with the scattered SSS. But before we check things out, because obviously new dialogue will be here, I don't know necessarily if new dialogue will be elsewhere, like, for example, the hospital, now that we have Risha in the group. We want to head straight back down. Back to the ancient battlefield, because I want to speak to people, because it took me away from them in an annoying fashion. Dislike. So I may as well bosh some guys in the face. I did bosh some of these in the face to get some extra sepif for whatever comes in the future. Mainly because I've caught myself saying, "Oh, but where's cast free?" multiple times throughout the playthrough. And then I'm always like, there's this nagging voice in the back of my head that says, "Sam, you've done this rodeo many times before. Just because everything has a +3 doesn't mean cast does. It's already 33%, Sam, at cast 2. And I'm like, nah, there must be a cast 3. I'll just keep waiting. I'll just don't think about it. Just don't engage your brain. I don't think there's a cast 3. Looks like I know there's not a cast 3, but for some reason my brain keeps going, yes, wait for cast 3. So I think I should probably make a cast 2 for Tio at this juncture. Maybe. Right, let's see if Heiway are down here. Is this why there was no monsters? You can always check my notebook. Yeah, that's what I did. I was like, there's not a cast 3, is there? I'm just being an idiot. It's already very expensive for a reason, and I'm missing out on gem value. Hello, let me in. Is this why you blocked to, like, knock down the entrance from the other side? That anyone could just easily scramble over? Except for us. Oh, you're that guy from Heiway. Indeed, Detective Bannings. Master Sao is ready to see you in our hideout now. Are you ready to meet with him? It seems that he's healed, though, from whatever injuries he got on that night. Very well, please follow me. I will guide you to Master Sao. If I make cast 2, the cast 3 is bound to come right after you wasted the sepif? Yeah, I know, right? That's how okay. Part of the reason is I'm just waiting to get stuff in chests rather than paying for it. I thank you most graciously for your visit, ladies and gentlemen. You especially, Mr. Bannings. I had a feeling you'd be back. Changed your mind about joining Heiway, have you? This is a nice place. Wait, I don't remember this bit before. Well, not particularly, no. Anyway, I take it you've all been lying low in the sun fort this entire time. Yes, there are many facilities here that the cold left abandoned. It makes for a very convenient hideaway. Even the Defense Force and the Red Constellation would find it difficult to make their way inside, except for the fact that we just attacked some Red Constellation, so they very much know you're in the area even more now. They would surely triple to quadruple their attempts to find you. And I'm pretty sure they're finding their way inside. I've seen them jump before. Just because we can't doesn't mean they can't. I wouldn't count them discovering the secret passageway you arrived by either. It's really out in the open. I'd have to agree with you there. The route Lau escorted us through had more twists and turns than an Arc-en-Ciel performance. So this is why we're in a different area, because there's some extra bit we've never been through. True, even after traversing it, we would be hard-pressed returning here on our own. That was by design. Pay no mind, my friends, but please, do try to keep this information to yourselves. Is all of Heiway staying here for now? Yes, we've withdrawn for the moment. I intend to bide my time and observe what happens from here on out. There's also the simple fact that until something is done about the barrier around the city, our hands are tied. As things stand, facing both the Defense Force and the Red Constellation would be too great a risk even for us. Then again, with Master Yin among our ranks, perhaps we could find an alternative solution. I can't imagine it to be a peaceful one. Something tells me she wouldn't be keen on bloodying her hands past the point of no return to strong-arm things in your favor. Oh, I never openly suggested any such thing, but you can imagine what you will. It doesn't matter. Now that Risha is with us, we'll make sure she never has to walk a path like that again. Lloyd. Hear, hear. Our fight is for the sake of Kia's freedom. She would never accept Rixia participating in a massacre, even if it ended the crisis.
Moreover,
Life is ever unpredictable. Taking drastic measures far from guarantees your desired outcome. You should bear in mind that the enemy can manipulate the divine child's miracles. Such dire straits as these necessitate an alternative course of action. I am well aware. There's no point in even fantasizing about a full-scale conflict without our primary piece on the board. Truth be told, I'm counting on each of you to bring an end to this newfound status quo for all our sakes. So please, do run circles around the president's little cabinet until they come crashing into the dirt where they belong. Yeah, leave it to us. And I hope that, if it comes to it, you'll be there to lend us a hand. I wish you well. Bye. Such compassionate words, Master Yin. I suppose it's the first for everything. Now, if you'll excuse me, this brings our little gathering to an end. Lao, if you could guide them safely back the way they came, please. Yes. What? Lord and Company received a burst orb from Cao as a parting gift. You're welcome to come and visit us after the situation has improved. When the time is right, return to me and I shall guide you to Master Cao. Until then, farewell. Let me guess. Oh, okay. You actually are going to make sure I can't talk to you at all. Let me guess. The situation will probably improve sometime after we've reunited with everyone, yes? That's definitely an improvement of our situation anyway. Well, that's nice to get an orb that I've not used yet. I'm too dumb to use them, that's why. It's a consumable in a JRPG. If I use them, this game would self-destruct. A message would come up on the screen saying, "Ha! What are you, a coward? Using a consumable? You've used one Zeram powder. We've taken all of your Zeram powders as punishment." Or at least that's how we JRPG players do it. Of course, I'm not sure what should call JRPGs now after what Yoshi P said about it. Oh no, I know what we can call them. Good role-playing games. Yeah, screw that, us Westerners. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Right, let's go up to the ship. Not wrong. No, I'd never say anything like that. Right, there must be a change of things on the ship because, of course, we've added a new member to the crew. The CGF Resistance's motivations differ vastly from those of Heiway, but in either case, they have chosen to oppose the President and his forces. By no means will he allow that to continue. Time is of the essence. You should move quickly if you're set on making contact. I don't know if your dialogue changed or not. I can't remember. Each item used decreases your DP by 1. Oh, that sounds like a Trails thing to do. So Noel really is sticking with the CDF, huh? Even though she knows that it means fighting against us. Last I spoke to her, yes, her resolve was as firm as steel. Even now, I'm not sure what made Noel so set on taking that path. It feels like there's more to it than just this recent string of events. You're probably right. If I had to guess, it all comes back to our dad passing away when we were kids. He was hit by a misfire during a Republican Army training drill at the eastern border. What? What? You're telling me that that's the accident your father passed away in 10 years ago? Did I read this dialogue? I probably reacted the same if I did. I was still little at the time, so I don't have all the details straight, but from what they told us, a stray bullet from a Republican Army exercise struck my dad by mistake while he was on guard duty. That's terrible. Given Crossbell's situation, though, there was no way to really push his death as a major issue. In the end, it was swept under the rug as just another accident. Our mum was heartbroken, but she ultimately accepted it as part of the risk that came with his job. But Noe, I don't think she ever did. Probably still haunts her, even after all this time. You might be right, friend. I feel like I have a better understanding of why Noel is so determined to protect Crossbell now. They were just training, and they shot off live ammunition, and it ends up killing their dad, who is obviously not part of the training? I don't know. What the hell? No? Like, surely you got compensation. I mean, okay, I can get the politically. It was swept under the rug. But surely you got some massive payouts. It's not, it doesn't, like, make it right or make it even. But you'd expect that. Sorry about all this. I didn't mean to bring down the room. No, he may not be with them, but there are still members of the CGF who oppose the new Crossbell Defense Force. Meeting up with them and securing their cooperation should be our top priority. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We're counting on you to back us up out there, friend. You got it. I'll do everything I can. The compensation probably was less accidents from our oof. I spotted Risha on the deck, seemed to have her head in the clouds a bit. I can see Heiway, her duty is yin. I'm sure the girl has a lot on her mind. Why not go out there and lend her an ear? Maybe even give her some advice. You never know, you may just raise a romance flag or two. I have no idea what you're talking about. What kind of ulterior motives do you think I have? At any rate, you would never know a girl like Risha was yin if not for that get-up. Her real personality is so plain and unassuming. You might even call it a natural camouflage. Heiyue has finally regained consciousness. I couldn't be more thrilled about that. It's not too late, Risha. When you're ready to see her face to face, just say the word. I promise we'll find the time to head back to St. Ursula the moment you do. Thank you, Lloyd. I appreciate the concern. But right now, my focus is on liberating Crossbell City and the rest of Arkansas. There's still work to be done before I can proudly stand in front of Heiyue and tell her the truth. Fair enough. It's all the more reason to free the city as quickly as we can. When we do, I know you'll be able to face Heiyue with your head held high. I intend to give my very best for everybody who's counting on us, Kia and Heiyue included. Are you with me, Risha? Of course. I wouldn't have it any other way. I learned of the Resistance's location through the intel I intercepted for the Defense Force while I was hiding out at the ancient battlefield. Thinking back on that reminds me, I'm still indebted to Heiway in more ways than one. It's a shame that my contract with them couldn't have been voided on more amiable terms. Someday I'll make sure to repay Cao and his people for everything they've done for me.
Gonna say, is there anyone else going around here?
Heading to the mountain path reminds me that your former pack is located there. Are they divine wolves too?
No, they are only ordinary wolves. Even so, I consider them my kith and kin. They and their ancestors have followed me for generations, ever since Ursula walked this soil.
So they are like family to you. It's no wonder you were able to intimidate Ravash's warhound so easily back when we first met. Do you suppose your pack is still alright?
There's no need to fret. I made sure to give them detailed instructions before my departure. I imagine they're watching things unfold from a safe distance, even as we speak.
I wonder what Zeit's former pack is doing right now. It would be reassuring to have them on our side as well.
We got Wolf Squad. My pack has been watching over Crossbell since the days when Ursula walked its soil. Rest assured, they're likely monitoring the current situation even as we speak. Even I've heard the rumors about the legendary Yong Xiao Yin. Is it true, though? She was actually that girl all along. This world really is full of surprises. Then again, I bet you were just as shocked to learn that Father Wazir is a man of the cloth. Think he was actually that young girl all the time? The world is just full of surprises. Hey, yeah, we were totally surprised. Totally. It takes conviction to rise up against a giant organization like the Crossbell Defense Force. Turning on your comrades is tough enough. They probably don't even have a proper supply chain. I don't know who's leading them, but they sure must have one unshakable spirit. Right, the question is there another sweep to do in Armorica or other places at this point in time? Is there some more places for me to check out? Right, let's do what I said I was going to do. I cast 2. You can finally cast 8% faster. It's not actually that big of an upgrade when you think about it. Well, I mean, we make do. Oh, wait a second. I can do it from here. And also, I can upgrade your slots to full now. Because I've got a little bit extra Sepip. Oh, it only costs less to do them. Probably because they join later. I think it costs a little bit less. But I'm not certain. Alright, let's change that for the cast 2. Which increases our lines by a little bit extra. I'll take it. Don't know if that will add any new arts or not. Need to check the correct bit, mind you. Got the Calamity Claw, which is handy. Diamond Dust is available. What else we got? Shadow Blade, I think, has now become available again. I'm not sure we had that until we got that upgrade, so that's nice. Got some nice stuff. And then you've got all the pew pew space stuff. That's what we're calling it. Right, we obviously need to do these requests at some point in time, but they're on a long. So let's keep going around talking and gathering people. Where to next? Well, obviously we are supposed to go over to Mines Mountain is our next path. Can we go here? I feel like if I can go there, I'm somewhat wasting our time. That eerie blue grass started blooming in the lotus fields a few weeks ago. It seems to be affecting the growth of the flowers, so I'd really like to weed it all out. But no matter how many times you pull it from the ground, it just grows right back. So, same dialogue here. I remember that dialogue thing. The one person I'm wondering if we could change is with Harold Hayworth. Rio's back pain medication and Angie's bandage supply are both running low. The innkeeper's nearly out of several seasonings as well. Some are spices that we can only find at the department store. Bandages are simple enough, but everything else will need to be haggled for. Thank you for your help, Sophia. Go ahead and rest. I can take it from here. Because, of course, he was the one who told us to go out there in the first place. I'm gathering a list of goods the village needs before my next round of talks with the defense force. There's much work to be done for all of us, I suppose. May Adios look after you, SSS. I'm helping Howard with his trading work as much as I can, despite my lack of expertise. Any way I can assist the villagers, no matter how small, is well worth the effort. Papa and Mama are talking about work stuff. Maybe I should go play with Camille and them. I think there was some dialogue there that was a little bit extra. And you're out there. I'm pretty sure you said the same thing right. So let's see if I can boost my way through this place. The only issue is, of course, is that we've got all the extra new monsters. They're going to want to try and kill me. Well, I think this guy's new. I'm not sure we fought... Maybe we should fight it. I don't know if we have or not. The best way of me finding that out is by, yeah, it is new. Considering we've got a rush. A savage water buffalo monster. Once it begins its charge, it's nearly unstoppable. Yes, it had some kind of nasty effect that it was wrecking us with. Risha joins the party and we're just like, we have dog. Well, wolf. Why you not put me in, Lloyd? Cool divine animal. Okay, I think we're too high a level for even those things now. They run from me. How close to Tangram Gate can I get at this rate? I wasn't expecting to be able to get anywhere near. Though, that said, of course, the barrier isn't anywhere near Tangram Gate. Oh man, one of those bulls is in the way of this path. Oh, maybe not. I was wrong. Right, we can get to the boathouse then. Oh, did they get back? Did they? Oh no, they were back in Crossbell. There shouldn't be anyone here then. Whoa! Okay, maybe not. Oh. They are, That's not a good position to be in. A proposal for a United Nations and a civil war in Iobonia. Who would have thought the political climate could shift so much in the span of a month? Indeed, a bolt from the blue is one thing, but this is more akin to a thunderstorm. What if it's Lloyd Bannings of the Fisherman's Guild? Late Lord III, what are you doing here? Training, obviously. I am the leader of the club, after all. How could I return to Iobonia after such a shameful defeat? I see. Still, I don't think this is the safest place for you right now. Indeed, we will escort you to our Morka village. Please prepare for immediate evacuation. Will you just leave us be already? Every angler knows the wilderness like the back of their hand. We can keep ourselves sheltered and fed with ease. That aside, if things are as dangerous as you say, changing our location would hardly make a difference now, would it? But... In any case, we have our enigmas on hand, and quite frankly, our well-being is none of your concern. Now, if you don't have any further objections, leave us be at once.
Sure. Your Imperials on the Calvert side tracked completely. What the hell? Ah, but since you came all the way out here, I have a little gift for you. We made a few too many catches, you see. We couldn't possibly eat all of them ourselves. 10 carps. I wanted to fish back this out as well. There's a ram powder I'll take. But thanks, I think. Haven't you blathered on enough already? We're busy enough as is, so if you would... I would appreciate if you would left us alone. It's because you're trying it on. You, Lord Lake Lord, alone in a cabin? For God knows how long? Yeah. We have survival skills on our side, not to mention our enigmas. Now take your leave, Bannings. Your concern is unwarranted. Really, she's just so into fishing. I shouldn't really be thinking anything ill. Or anything else. Get away, so I may fish. Okay, well, that was worth checking out, I guess. I hope they stay safe. I would have liked it if we went, oh, this is a blind spot in the bloopity bloops. That would have helped. Just a little bit. It's a Hydra plant over there. Like, I don't remember there. This way leads to Tangram Gate. It'd be dangerous to get any closer. We should pull back before someone notices us. Okay, so we can't go to Tangram. Hydra plant. Right, the only other place we could check out then is St. Ursula. Pretty much in regards to the fact that we got Rixia, but it was also stated that we shouldn't go there and she wouldn't go in. Let's see what happens if we try. My apologies, but I'll stay here while you're inside the hospital. We understand. See you soon. And then we need to check someone for dialogue. That is the same. Are you ready for your rehabilitation session, Ilya? Sure am. I'm counting you to take good care of me, nurse. Yep, that is the same. And this is the same as well. We did manage to pass on Ilya's message, but I think it's going to be a while before Risha is ready to see her. As much as I hate to do this, it would be best not to mention anything about Risha for now. Gotcha. Right then. Let's bustle on out of here. And wait for the updates, whenever they will come. Welcome back, everyone. Have you finished what you came here for? Yeah, let's go. We only came basically to see what would happen if we came. Right, well, that was start of the day's sweep of the dialogue that we missed after getting Risha back in. I say Risha back in. It's not like she's been in the group properly until now. Right, we're going to Mine's Mountain Path. Onwards. Literally this part, that's it. The resistance group we're looking for is somewhere on the mountain path. Should we head toward the mining village to start? I am worried about the state of things in mines, but before that... Don't tell me you're thinking of visiting a certain someone along the way. The Rosenberg studio, one of the 13 factories. The Meister said he would speak to us if he felt inclined. Is that so? As it happens, I once tried to infiltrate the workshop myself, but the lower floors were so labyrinthine that I had to give up on the operation. I'm not sure if that's for better or for worse. Joerg, It has been many moons since last we met, but I hear he's doing well for himself. What? Zai, you're acquainted with the Meister. We are vaguely aware of each other's circumstances, to say the least. He may be aligned with those serpents, but he is nevertheless a craftsman of tradition and integrity. I have no doubt that he is someone we can trust. Really now? We will drop by then. I'd love to hear more about the society. Should we make a detour there before continuing to mines? Yeah, let's head over. Well, I want to go back as well, like this way. See if there's anything going on. But I'm tempted, because we'll just come back to this crossroad anyway, to just head straight up there. aroma grass is getting everywhere. Hopefully it hasn't tainted those king potatoes. I imagine that he'd be incredibly knocked to learn about... Oh, how many chain on the ground? What the hell? To learn about what happened to Arc-en-Ciel, right? Because he set up that. He, like, redid all the automata and all that. And then... what happened. You know what I mean? And maimed Ilya. Here we are. I just hope he's in right now. Considering the situation, I doubt he's been able to go anywhere else. That's right, I haven't. What the? A speaking tube? I had a hunch you would be showing up soon. That guy told again. Come in. While I shouldn't have to remind you, be aware that I cannot guarantee your safety if you stray from the little one. Notice how we hurry when he says that. Cautious as always, that man. Well, at least he's to the point. Saves us time. Let's head inside. After you. He's a very busy craftsman, man. Everything has to be done with efficiency, right? You even brought a guest in tow, and an exceptionally elusive one at that. It's been some time, Divine Wolf. That it has, child of man. You've aged far worse than I have. And you're still involved with those serpents from the looks of it. Ah, some bonds never break, even after departing this earthly realm. The same could be said of the pact that bound you, could it not? Haha, just so. Something about this seems a bit removed from our comprehension. Yeah, it doesn't even feel like they're talking about the world we know anymore. On the side, you also brought a dominion of the Growlsritter as well as the demon of the Eastern Quarter who tried to break in here. It is quite a motley little menagerie you set up for yourself. You're telling us? My apologies for that, by the way. Meister Joerg, we're doing all we can to fight against everything that's happening right now. Is there anything you can tell us that would help? Specifically, anything about the Society's recent activity? As I'm sure you've surmised by now, the Society's stance in this is to simply cooperate with the Croix family's plan. Their focus, their Phantasmal Blaze plan, has already shifted to the next stage. The Erebonian Empire, to be more precise. What? He's right. Another Anguist and multiple enforcers have already begun to act over there. That's part of why the Growlsritter couldn't spare more manpower for the situation here in Crossbell. That's not good. The continent is experiencing more upheaval than we can imagine right now. But having said all of that, 3 dangerous figures still remain in the state. Each of them is a prominent member of the Society. Campanella the Fool, as well as 2 Anguisses, Professor Novartis and the woman known as Alien Road. Just who is she exactly? Her agility, her reflexes, they're unlike anything I've ever seen. I couldn't tell you where she draws her strength from. However, she's known in the Society for incomparable spearmanship as well as a strict moral code. She is also accompanied by 3 Maidens of War, young women whom she discovered and trained herself, and each is said to have strength equivalent to that of an enforcer. That would make them as powerful as Ren. To be fair, being an enforcer involves a lot more than pure combat strength, from what I can tell. In any case, that would total out to 6 members of the Society cooperating with the Croix family. But cooperation doesn't necessarily mean active participation, right? Isn't there a chance they won't further involve themselves with the battle over Crossbell? Anything is possible, but I would remain wary of that louse, Novartis. He is particularly invested in those ions, now that they've received the Septarion's power. That is the extent of what I can tell you about their plans. That's all, huh? Dealing with them will not be easy. As an aside, there is something I've been wanting to ask you about since our last visit. Are you currently performing maintenance on Patamata? Ah! Did it just talk? This is less maintenance and more of a routine checkup. That jackanape of a professor is also particularly taken by this machine. Fortunately, he's been too focused on his new toys, so I doubt there's anything to worry about. However, in the event he returns to steal Patamata, I've arranged things so that he can easily escape. I'll take your word for it. So in case of emergency, it'll make a flight path straight to Labelle, where the Angel of Slaughter is. From the sound of it, though, you and the professor must not get along very well. You will never hear me deny that. The Gordius series was something I poured my blood, sweat, and tears into. Then he stole the development data away, conducted inhumane compatibility tests, and cast all of the burden onto Ren. Even if her connection was successful, the trials he put that little girl through are something I can never forgive. Understandable. That sounds no better than the kind of experiments the cult performed. And to top it all off, he went and designed successors incapable of operating properly without the power of a Septarion. What nerve and impudence he has to call them the pinnacles of the Gordius series. It took all I had not to wipe the smirk off his face and strangle that chicken neck of his the last time he was here. Did it now? Mind yourself, Meister. You always were one to get carried away when it came to defending your creations. I digress. Regardless of how shameless he is, there is no denying his genius when it comes to technology and applied engineering. I've heard that in addition to remodeling and upgrading the archaisms that I designed, he's figured out how to mass-produce them. Supposedly some have already been deployed to Stargazer's Tower and the Moon Temple. We'll keep that in mind. This is all news to me. Taking into account the locations in which they've been stationed, are we correct in assuming they are guarding the bells at each ruin? More likely than not. I've been researching those artifact bells myself. I will let you know if I come to any significant conclusions. You do that for us? Calling me suspicious. Where's all of this generosity coming from? I'm just as upset by the current state of affairs as you are. There's that upstart Novalis to put in his place too. Not to mention the mess they made of the pieces I tore over for my associates at Arc-en-Ciel. That's right. The staging and automata at Arc-en-Ciel were destroyed in the raid. Indeed, and I intend to personally rebuild every last bit of it for them. All of this is to say that I cannot overlook what the Red Constellation has done, nor the head of the Croix family for hiring them. The daughter of the Croix family may be a long-time collector of my works, but that will win her no favor from me. Taking no prisoners, I see. I understand why you'd feel that way. Your cooperation would be a tremendous help, to be honest. Please let us know if you learn anything at all about the bells. That's a strong ally to have in the heart of Crossbell State. I considered us lucky enough that he invited us in. I hardly expected we would leave with his partnership too. I know what you mean. They only seem like a society in name, really. Yes, and that's part of what makes them so hard to grasp, but as far as the old man is concerned, I don't see any reason not to work with him. I have to agree. He's already given us his motivations for helping out. Knowing Joerg, he will make good on uncovering valuable information in time. I would advise you to put it out of your minds for now and continue forward until he does. That we can do. Okay, let's start making our way up to the mining village now. We need to make contact with the resistance group and find out where they stand. Understood. Back to the old dusty trail. I talked with Sao. I talked with Meister... Is it... I call it Joerg, but it's actually like Joerg, isn't it? Or something. It's Joerg. To say names that you see written and have no clue about. But then to ask people, you never know if they're correct either. And that's how you end up calling possibly Navy for a long, long time. And you still can't be certain. You still can't be certain.